All right, y'all. Come on in on the late night news with your girl, Queen B. We got a lot of stuff to cover, y'all, and it's good stuff. Just in, my girl, Marjorie Greene Taylor, y'all, did a town hall. And let's just say, after Brown and find out was through that building, y'all. With that being said, y'all know when they show those little videos, they was like how it started and how it ends. Well, we finna get into how it started, y'all. Now, this was 8 hours ago, coming from your girl, Marjorie Greene Taylor, my girl right here down in Georgia. I'm about to show you. We finna get into it, y'all. Because let me tell y'all something. It just got real, okay? So, with that being said, let's get into this, y'all. Let's see the before, and I'm about to take y'all to the after. Let's go.
Hey everyone, I'm here in downtown Ackworth. We are very excited for the town hall tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone that's planning to come. I'm so
mad. If I would have known she was doing that there, I could have drove. Oh my God, I got to be more careful. You mean to tell me Queen B could have been up in there? Better luck next time. Let's get it.
Now, this is a town hall that's strictly for constituents. That means you have to live in my district. You have to sign up on the sign up link. That's important. Make sure you bring your ID, as we will be verifying that you actually live in the district and have signed up to be in the town hall. Also, this is important for everyone attending the town hall. You need to understand this is not a place to protest. This isn't a place to stand up and scream and yell. This is a place to sit and listen, and we already have your questions if you're signed up. I can't wait to see you tonight, and I look forward to it. But I have one word of warning for you. If you're planning to act up, scream, and protest, you're going to be thrown out, and that's the way it goes. We know how the Democrat Party is organizing and funding these protests for Republican town halls all across America, and I'm just going to tell you, I don't tolerate it. America voted for President Trump. They voted for Republicans to be in charge in Congress and the Senate, and they have voted to put America first, and that's exactly what we're doing. All right, I'll see you tonight.
All right, so she stated the rules right here, y'all. Now, according to my timeline, this is 8 hours ago. Okay, so she's letting you know. If around find out, don't come here with that BS. Democrats, y'all known for having these fake protest people coming out and getting paid for $110 just come out there and act the fool and stuff like that. We don't want no problems. If you come here with those problems, you're going to F around and find out. So she made it clear here, y'all. And I'm sorry if the volume is really, really low. It is not me. It is actually this video. Hopefully y'all can hear what she said. Anyway, if you didn't hear what she said, I'm telling y'all now. F around and find out, pretty much. Okay, boom. This is how it started. Well, somebody obviously didn't watch this, okay? Because they didn't get the memo. Somebody didn't get the memo because this is how it ended. Let's get it. Breaking. A protester was just tased at a town hall that Marjorie Taylor Greene was hosting. This coming straight from Gutter Engelman, y'all. Eagleman. Let's get into it. After round and find out. Look at it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Wow.
Don't move. Stop.
This is a peaceful town hall. Now, this is a peaceful town hall, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at y'all.
This should not have to happen. This is a town hall. So I'd like to start with our first video.
This is an example. Look at him. And I hope any of y'all try what this dude tried. Y'all gonna catch that look. Yeah, stop playing. Marjorie said what she said. And it's always that one. Well, again, why y'all let y'all boy know? Why did nobody give him the memo? Like, somebody could have said, hey, bro, sit down, bro. They already called. Audrey already said it this morning. Don't roll. Nope. Well, It is what it. No, it's no. It's okay. Trump. You could. They handled it. I know it's about your girl. You wanted to come up here. Okay, that's cool and everything. You could stay right there. We good. But they handled it. Okay. Anywho, y'all. So I mean, again, how it started, how it ended. All right. Now, for those who don't know, it's been a lot of talk going on because your boy Trump sat down with the president of El Salvador. I think it's Bukele. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, y'all. Forgive me. Anyway, y'all know I mess some names up and I don't be trying to mess it up. However, just to give y'all a little breakdown in my way, I'm gonna do it in my terms, y'all, because okay. So they was sitting down and they was talking, and he has been the one that has been taking, MS-13. I know y'all been hearing that because Carolyn has been talking about that a lot, and just cracking down on criminals, illegals, and all these gangs and stuff that's going on, and sending them straight to El Salvador's prison, okay, or whatnot. Well, in the process of that happening, okay, and I'm summing it up, they on stage, they chopping it up, woo, 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 woo. He like, yo, you need to, in order to, liberate a healthy state and stuff, you got to get rid of the criminals and lock these criminals up, illegals, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, they chopping it up or whatnot, and in the midst of Trump's, deportations or whatever, but getting these people up out of here. A judge wanted to hate and block, say, hey, stop that plane, turn it around, bring these folk back. Okay, bring these folk back, stop whatever you're doing. Now, these folks are already on the plane on their way to go to El Salvador. Now, the outrage is and this is the outrage from the Democrats, liberals, and stuff like that, and the protesters that they are paying, y'all. They are saying that this guy by the name of, I'm just going to say the first name because I do not want to mess it up, but Kilmar Garcia was on that flight that when the judge said, hey, stop, turn this thing around or whatnot, the plane was already going in motion to El Salvador. So they're saying that allegedly, I don't know, he was part of the MS-13 gang and all this other type of stuff. He's illegal. I don't know how true that is or whatever, whether he's a part of it, used to be, I don't know. I guess I have to look that up. So let me do that and then we'll get back to it. Anywho, it's been an outrage to the Democrats saying that they're now going to go fly out there to El Salvador and go protest because he's been kidnapped and all this other type of stuff. Regardless of the situation, whether he's part of MS-13, we know just by Carolyn breaking it down what type of gang that is, what type of what they do and things like that. So I'm just going to go show y'all if this is true. Do y'all see the people, the very people who they are going to willing to fly out and go fight for, right? But nobody could stand up for the victims who lost their actual kids and children and stuff like that to the illegals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see what they're fighting for. They got time to go fly all the way to El Salvador to go protest for a possible allegedly illegal that was part of an MS-13 gang. I'm just saying. Anywho, so they chopping it up. And people not liking it because, Trump did make a statement or something like that in the nature of saying, well, American criminals can be sent down to El Salvador, all this. However, okay, regardless of the situation is, we have a problem. All right. They ain't got to go home, but they got to get the hell up out of here. So anywho, y'all, that was just me breaking it down to my understanding and stuff like that. I hope y'all got it. You get it good. Some of y'all watched this already. With that being said, we're about to watch a clip of this and then we finna keep it moving. Let's dive on into it.
And we're very eager to help. We know that you have a crime problem, a terrorism problem that you need help with. And we're a small country, but if we can help, we will do it. And we actually turned the murder capital of the world, that was the journalists call it, right? Murder capital of the world into the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. And, sometimes they say that we imprisoned thousands. I like to say that we actually liberated millions. So, you know, like,
That's very good.
It's wrong.
That line. Do you think I can use that?
and in fact, Mr. President, you have 350 million people to liberate.
Yeah.
But to liberate 350 million people, you have to imprison some. You know, that's the way it works, right? You cannot just, you know, free the criminals and think crime's going to go down magically. You have to imprison them so you can liberate 350 million Americans that are asking for the end of crime and the end of terrorism. And it can be done. I mean, you're doing it already. And I'm sure that people have seen the change in the streets. A long way to go because you're just initiating your second term. But it's clear that
they paying attention, baby.
Border, you know, when even in Democrat-run cities, they get a help from the work you're doing. So I'm really happy to be here, honored, and eager to help.
Finally, somebody with some respect, too. Respected our president. Someone who actually gets him. Someone who's actually paying attention. Your second term. You know, all of this stuff. This is what we talking about when you come up in the Oval. When you come up in his house. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't liking this because they chopping it up and they talking about some real ish. You get what I'm saying? The only thing my president is doing different is he's talking the talk and he's actually walking the walk. Most of them folks in the last administration they was talking the talk, but they was not walking the walk. Okay? And so this is what has the Democrats, liberals, whatever you want to call them, going crazy, y'all. After watching it, that's just like, oh, no, no, no. And this is what they're doing. And I'm going to tell y'all. Because they have been losing so bad, y'all. They have been really paying attention because they're trying to find a loophole. They're trying to find a negative loophole, something they can grasp up on and say, aha, we finally got it. It doesn't matter how many times they are trying to come for this man and just come to try to just grasp something. Now we on this whole thing of them finna go to El Salvador to protest because this guy's been kidnapped. It's just they keep trying to find something because nothing is sticking, y'all. Nothing is sticking. And they gonna do it until the end, y'all. That's what it looks like. They do not care. They are going to do this to the end. If it takes the breath out of them, for their last breath, they gonna keep trying to grasp something. Anywho, we finna keep it moving. So we finna get to Booker to what is his name is? Booker, please. Please. Y'all remember that? Anywho, breaking coming straight from my boy Benny Johnson. Cory Booker is arranging a trip for a group of congressmen to El Salvador to protest the release of violent MS-13 terrorists. This is crazy. Look at him. Look at the face already, y'all. Look at the face. Let's get into it.
Do you think the Trump administration is defying a court order?
It certainly appears that they are, and they're trying to play too cute with parsing words. The court has ordered the return of this person and that the Trump administration should do it. They're paying an authoritarian leader in El Salvador to hold people in the worst imaginable types of prisons that he has sent there without any due process. And this—
were they thinking about that when they did the worst here in our country, killing our people, raping our people, doing all this? Do you breathe, okay? Because now you getting on the liberal level. Let's conservative back up. Let me straighten myself up. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Okay, let's play it. All right.
This isn't just about Mr. Garcia. This is about every American understanding that this president is making an assault on the due process rights that are afforded to people in our country. Everybody from Anton Scalia to other conservative think tanks have said very clearly, you cannot disappear people off American streets. We are a nation of rules, and due process is clearly one of them. And to erode the due process rights of anyone is a threat to the due process rights of everyone. This is a democratic slippage, and we all should be speaking out against it.
First of all, when have y'all ever abided by the rules? Somebody, please. It's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when Trump do it. If you ever want to know what hate look like, it's the people that has actually been gunning and coming for this man for so many years. Like, this is crazy. But I already knew things wasn't going to smooth out when Trump actually got back in this second term, y'all. I said it's going to be all hell because they did not stop hating this man. And for that very reason is the very reason why I said, who in the hell is this man? They made me curious. Because I was like, damn, why is they hating this man so bad? Let me tune in and see who this dude is. Now, remind you, my husband actually turned over the leaf first. When he mentioned something to me first about Trump, I was like, I was still a liberal at the time, y'all. I was still a libtard, whatever you want to call him, okay? And I was kind of like, So he was the one that actually introduced me to Trump. Then I started to do a little research, and then it was my subscribers that started saying, Queen, look at this. Queen, look at that. Queen, check this out. Queen, check that out. And 3 years going on, almost getting ready to be on 4 soon. Here I am. A changed person. I do not want to go back to who I was, because I sit back and I look and I be like, damn, I was just like Mr. Booger here. I was just like Mr. Cory Booker. I know his last name for real, y'all, but it's funny. Anywho, we gonna keep it moving. This is sad. This is really sad. All right, so in the news, y'all, I'm just gonna say Bill Maher. What is it, Bill Maher? All right, 12 days ago, he went to go have dinner with Trump. Okay, somebody that, to my understanding, was hating. He's done a lot of hating on a lot of people, and he went to go visit, and I don't know if he's trying to say you got to change your heart, all this other type of stuff, but this has definitely been going viral, and I know them liberals and them libtards is upset. So with that being said, y'all, they not liking that. Well, here goes Cyrus on rips Bill Maher, y'all. So he is not really feeling this guy at all. And we about to find out why. Let's dive into it. It's coming straight from Bama JT. Let's get into it.
Bill Maher. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Good. I'm sorry. This is like someone who talked about black people his whole life and then had dinner with one and said, actually, after I had dinner with them, they're not that bad, guys. No, you don't get to do that, you coward. You went on a show and you tried to play both sides of the street.
That's right.
Why? So maybe he could do your show, because the 300,000 people that watch it, if we had those numbers here, I wouldn't be here. These dudes make me laugh. Cowards die 1,000 deaths. You said things about President Trump nonstop. You had no reference point. That's all you proved to me. You sit down with a man, you break bread with a man, then you come and say, well, on this night, he was okay, but don't be mad at me. Splitting hairs. Man up. Bill Maher. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Good.
He said what he said, y'all. And I mean, that's a lot of them, though. Do y'all notice that a lot of them be like, drop, la, 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 la. But then some of them actually like being in his presence. Isn't that kind of weird? It's just like they don't know what's that. I don't know. It's weird, though. It's really weird. Now, y'all, on news today, let me tell y'all something. This 14-year-old girl lets the school board know what it is. Y'all, get your popcorn when I tell you she's going to be a beast in the making. She's going to be a beast in the making, y'all. With that being said, coming straight from Loria 1960, y'all, on X, entire school board walks out after 14-year-old ruthlessly exposes them to their face. The coward went nuts. I mean, the crowd went nuts. Let's get into it, y'all.
However, it seems I'm not so popular with certain people. One of them is your wife, Mr. King. She is very worried about me advocating for students. However, I want to commend her for bringing attention on her social media posts to some of my greatest accomplishments, like being the youngest person ever to give a speech on stage at a Trump rally. The crowd was over 10,000 people and millions more online. Also the fact I've been involved in politics since I was 6 years old. That was my own choosing, as my parents were completely uninvolved in politics until I expressed an interest in it. So, your wife, Mr. King, is upset that a 14-year-old is advocating so well for herself and others, that she's making her own decisions about the direction of her life. Apparently, she fails to recognize her own hypocrisy in all this, considering she supports the Pride movement, a movement that openly touts children as toddlers deciding to change their gender. Let me speak.
She don't give a damn about that thing going boom, boom, boom. First Amendment, baby.
And adults must affirm that child's
Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Look at them. Y'all.
Reclaim my time. This is my time to speak, not yours.
Woo!
Mr. King, Mr. King, others weighed in on your wife's social media posts. One called me an unfortunate child. I'm not unfortunate at all. The unfortunate children are those of leftist parents who use their children's transgender
Bye-bye pie in the back.
As a badge of honor.
Look at them.
Who fight to keep graphic books in school libraries so their children can read them, then be susceptible to being groomed or victims of crimes.
Come on, come on.
Queens in schools and even take their kids to pride parades where women expose their and everyone touts the virtues or lack thereof. With being part of all that insanity. No to all that. I am an extremely fortunate child. My parents taught me morals and values and how to critically think and do my own research. I have a dad who works extremely hard and even risked his life to serve our country in 2 wars. So I've learned respect for the American flag, Pledge of Allegiance, veterans, and love for our country. My parents recognized the decline of public schools and saved me from that toxic environment. I'm learning more being homeschooled than I ever did in public school. Perhaps your wife and her ilk feel threatened by me advocating for kids because I pose a threat to their system. A system that indoctrinates kids into mindless activists who will be unable to fully function in the real world or lead happy lives. My advice is to stop worrying about me and worry about the effects the public schools' destructive agendas are having on your own kids. I'm the fortunate one here. Your kids, not so much. Thank you.
Man, come on, stand up, mic drop, round of applause. Baby, you see them demons running? She's going to be a beast. She carries all this right now, y'all. She's only 14. OMG. Baby, stand up. Stand up, stand up. I loved every bit of this. Every bit of this. Yeah. The fact that they got up and walked out, they got to be some libs. Let me stop. But I'm just saying, like, they got up and left and she's 14. I mean, but these are the same people that did not stand for the 13-year-old that had brain cancer, that survived brain cancer, y'all. I'm just showing y'all who y'all people are, who y'all was really trying to vote again to be up in the office. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. We dodged a freaking bullet and I'm so happy about that. And I'm ending it just like this here. F around and find out era. That's what this era is called. F around and find out, y'all. That is this era. This is the history era. F around and find out. Because folks is finding out left or right who the real ones are. Who the real ones are. They were already been exposed before we voted for Trump. And now they're even exposing themselves even more. Like at this point, y'all. We cannot make any of this stuff up. This is crazy. I know that this was a wild, crazy reaction. We had a lot of stuff from my girl, Marjorie Greene Taylor, effing around and finding out. And then, you know, you had the boy Trump chopping it up with El Salvador president. And then, you know, boom, you had Bill Maher talking about his time with Trump and all that. And he a hater. Then, boom, we got the girl telling these folks in school how it's really supposed to be going down. They getting up and leaving. And then we put it right here, F around and find out. Ever stop playing with your girl. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's chop it up in the comment section. Let's go.